Hey, we're at the Mod Club today and we're gonna be interviewing Max Cavalera of Cavalera Conspiracy. Fucking right. Guys, this is PureGrainAudio. My name is Chee Kam and I'm talking right now to Max Cavalera of Cavalera Conspiracy. What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. So how's the tour going right now?
Tour's going great. We're very, very stoked to be back on the road, and people are digging the new stuff, and yeah, we're having a lot of fun. It's been a great tour.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So lyrical content. You've been writing lyrics for so many records for so many years. What'd you write about for this record?
This record was influenced by the music, so a lot of it was I wanted like some brutal topics, and I went kind of searching for them. So I found that in songs like Warlord is about war and people that make war, wage war in the world, and there's also some historic things on, like Rasputin is about the Russian monk, Genghis Khan is about the war, you know, the warrior Genghis Khan, you know, from Mongolia, and then there's some songs like Burn Waco. It's about the tragedy that happened in Waco, Texas, with the FBI and David Koresh and the cult and the burning of the building and the killing of all the people and children. And then there's I Speak Hate, which is about the boxer Hurricane, which is based on the movie Hurricane. I watched it with Denzel Washington. I really like that one, and I made a song about it because there's a line on the movie. He says, you know, I don't even speak English anymore. From now on, I just speak hate. I thought that was very powerful.
That is a pretty powerful.
So I decided to make a song about that. So pretty much different topics from different songs.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I noticed that in your song Lynch Mob that you had the vocalist of Agnostic Front come in.
Yeah.
How did you get him to be involved in this?
That was actually my idea. I suggested to Igor, it'd be really cool to have somebody really awesome from the hardcore world and has some kind of legend, you know, and we thought Roger would be perfect because he's been in Agnostic Front since the beginning of the 80s. He's a legendary guy, and Agnostic Front is one of the most legendary hardcore bands of all time. You know, they started pretty much the whole New York hardcore scene before Sick of It All, Madball, Cro-Mags. It was Agnostic Front, and so we decided to do a song with him, and it was cool enough that he lived in the same town as I do. He lives in Phoenix, so it was really easy. We were doing the album in LA, so we had to fly him from Phoenix to LA, but that, you know, was no problem. He was available, he came, and he was really stoked. He was really excited on being on the record, and we did Lynch Mob, which turned out pretty cool.
That's really awesome. So are you a big like hardcore fan?
I like it a lot. Me and Igor pretty much are the most fans of hardcore in the band. Mark likes more thrash, and Johnny likes more, you know, kind of classic metal, Black Sabbath and stuff. Me and Igor grew up with metal and hardcore, so I like a lot of European hardcore. I'm a big fan of like Discharge, GBH, Exploited, and then I like a lot of American hardcore, like New York hardcore, like Cro-Mags, Leeway, Agnostic Front, Sick of It All, Madball, you know, Gorilla Biscuits. And then there's the older hardcore. I also like older punk, like Misfits and Ramones and Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, Bad Brains.
Yeah.
You know, those are all killer bands I grew up with. So I have to say I probably like, I'm 50% metal, 50% hardcore myself, you know. I like both styles very much.
Well, that's really cool. Like, I really like the hardcore stuff as well, so you named quite a few good bands that I really enjoy. So when you write your album, do you ever think about like the live experience?
Yeah, a lot of the riffs, when I'm making them, I actually imagine in my head. I close my eyes and try to imagine like a huge mosh pit or a huge circle pit.
Mosh pit right in front where you're writing.
Yeah, right. You know, you gotta close your eyes and imagine. You know, so and then you gotta, when you make the songs, sometimes in the studio you talk to the band members. You'll be like, this part's gonna be sick when we play live. This is gonna be like, people are gonna be killing each other. You'll be like, hell yeah. You know, so you just kind of imagine that when you're making the record, and then when you go play live, it happens, and then it's great, you know.
Well, I guess with all those years of playing, you can kind of tell what the crowd's gonna do to your music.
I kind of know some riffs. Some riffs have that attitude, you know. They just have that kind of killing instinct that when you play, just brings that out of people. Just brings that energy, aggression, you know, anger, even, you know. It gets that from inside the people, and you get to throw that out on a mosh pit, and it's awesome.
Yeah, so you've done a lot of aggressive music over the years, like you did Sepultura, Nail Bomb, Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracy, and they've all done really well, actually. Why do you think people really like your stuff so much?
Man, I don't know. I'm blessed that they like it. I'm very happy about it, you know, so I can continue doing it, you know, and I'm more busy now than ever. I just finished a new Soulfly record that is gonna come out February of next year, and I have a project with the singer of Dillinger Escape Plan.
Oh wow.
Greg. We're gonna do a nail bomb kind of project. We both of us singing different parts on all the songs, and I'm just glad that I can keep doing it, and people coming to the shows and buy the records and supporting. Yeah, you know, maybe they feel the same connection that I feel with the music. You know, it's such a big part of my life. You know, music's always been there for me, and I think a lot of the fans feel the same way. You know, like metal is a thing that once you get into it, it's real hard to get out of it. It becomes you, you know, and it follows you for your whole life.
Well, especially you with a job doing it. I guess it's gonna follow you.
Yeah, you know, but a lot of fans too. So I meet a lot of fans that have been following me for 20 years, and like all been through everything together, you know. So it's awesome to see that, you know, some fans are, you know, been doing this with me for so long, you know. So it's really exciting.
That actually brings me to my next question. I was actually going to ask you about Soulfly. The album Omen, you had the 7 Deadly Sins on the covers. Why did you do that?
That was actually the artist idea. He asked me which album was it, and I said, this is Soulfly's 7th album. And he thought, well, let's, I have an idea, you know, see what you think. What about each one of the gas masks people that I create, each one of them be holding a sin, like the 7 sacred sins. And I thought it was a really cool idea, so I told him go ahead and do it, you know, it'll be cool. And it was just one of those things that the artist picked up, you know, by working with me, and he figured out that this was the 7th album, so he made some kind of relation with 7 sins, you know. I mean, I don't know, I don't consider the albums to be sins, but yeah, the artist trip on it, and you know, he did his thing, and I love the artwork of the album. It's this guy David Hull. He actually did some of the same artwork for Star Wars for George Lucas, which is
legendary.
Pretty awesome, you know, to know that he did stuff for Star Wars. And some of the gas mask guys that he created for Omen was a little bit used on Star Wars as well, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome, especially with someone who's worked on Star Wars.
Yeah.
So anyways, what's up with you after this tour?
After this tour, I go home for a little bit, and then I go to Brazil. I have 5 shows in Brazil with Soulfly, which should be really cool. It's an awesome Brazilian tour. I'm gonna play my hometown, Belo Horizonte, where I'm from, São Paulo, Rio, Brasilia, and Curitiba. And then in January I go to Australia with Cavalera. We do a big day out. It's a big festival in Australia, and I think we're playing with Soundgarden, I believe, which should be pretty awesome. I'm a big fan, you know, I love Soundgarden, so it should be fun to do that tour with them.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anyways, thank you for your time.
Thank you.